Mr. Probst over here asking the real questions. Alright, so there's a few ways that I thought of approaching this question. Probst, I really like your way of approaching it. It's very efficient. It's got multiple songs in it. It's about something that you're interested in, and the music was originally made by John Williams, the master. So obviously there's going to be a good amount of stuff that you can dissect in the music, and you're not going to get bored listening to it. I also just love the time period when YouTube music parodies and covers were a thing. Like, it seems at this point that the only people who are doing it successfully on YouTube specifically are the Pentatonics. And that probably has to do with the algorithm, but either way, you chose a very efficient and economic answer, and I like that. When I was thinking about the question, I gravitated towards a song by Carly Rae Jepsen, probably Cut to the Feeling. All of them are very infectious and peppy and fun. Many of them I've listened to over and over and over again, and I've never gotten tired of any one of them. Also, I mentioned before that I read that whole dissertation on her. However, I also realized that you would probably have to go to sleep with the song playing in your head, and with Carly Rae Jepsen, that would suck. I think if the question was what song could you listen to the most without getting sick of it, then that would probably be my answer. That would probably work. But considering sleep, that's probably not a great idea. You have to think about your answer a lot. It's a very important question. You're going to be listening to this song over and over and over again, so you don't want to rush your choice. There are a few other directions that you can go with this as well. You could go the cheap route by choosing something like Mendelssohn's Song Without Words, which is over 2 hours. Or you could choose 4:33, which is literally just 4 minutes and 33 seconds of silence. Or you could choose a song that's basically just white noise. However, this game isn't about winning. It's about choosing a song that you could realistically listen to over and over and over again without getting tired of it, or at least as tired as other options. I could always choose someone like Bach or Mozart. They put a lot of thought into all of their music, and it's basically infinitely dissectable. However, I live in 2018, and so I want something that's a little less timeless and a little more current. It may also be beneficial to choose a song that doesn't necessarily have a chorus or a strong chorus. I don't think it would get as annoying. However, I am a human, and also, again, this game isn't really about winning. The song that I've listened to most on my Google Play account is Not Able, ABEL, by a band called Hopalong. However, I don't think this song really translates to a great time listening on repeat. There's too many weird beat switches, and I think that it would ultimately just make me feel really anxious. However, I do love it, hence having listened to it the most out of any song within the past year or so. If I think of all the songs that I've listened to so many times without getting sick of them, I could probably come up with a few good options, but I think the best one for me would be O Comely by Neutral Milk Hotel. I know, hang me by the steak knives for being a hipster. Look, I even have In the Aeroplane Over the Sea on vinyl record. But yeah, my answer is O Comely. It's a song I could fall asleep to. It's calming. It's also weirdly hypnotizing, but I also find it to be really triumphant just because of how hard Jeff Mangum is singing on the song and how hard the instruments are being played. I also have heard it a lot, and I know that I could probably hear it a bunch more without getting sick of it. When I went to China, I brought an iPod with me, one that had a bunch of singles but only 3 albums. The Sunset Tree by the Mountain Goats, To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar, and In the Airplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. All 3 of them are in my top 5 albums of all time for sure, and all 3 of them I've listened to a bunch over and over again. It helps that they were the only full albums that I had easy access to for over 3 months. And I think that I could choose a bunch of different songs from any of these 3 albums and it would work, but O Comely is going to be my choice. Admittedly, the lyrics are a little weird, they're a little scandalous, and Jeff Mangum might not be the best singer in the world, but I think that the lyrics are really beautifully poetic in a way that you don't see very often. It even, at the very least, the diction is off the chart. And Jeff's twangy voice is so unique, and singing along to his songs is so much fun just because he basically encourages you not to worry as much about your own voice. And either way, being a bad singer just means that you have to step up your game in the rest of the aspects of songwriting. So yeah, O Comely is my choice. Just kidding, my answer is 4:33.